So, hello kids! So, welcome sa ating week 1, English 5 Quarter 3 activity. So, congratulations kung kayo ay nandito na sa ating third quarter. So, ito yung una nating activity sa inyong week 1. So, meron akong video before na pinakita ko na kung ano nga ba yung mga parts na makikita nyo sa ating quarter 3 module. Ayan. So, i-recap natin ang mga parts ng inyong module. So, meron tayo ditong what I need to know, what I know, what's in, what's new, what is it, what's more, what I have learned, what I can do, and assessment. So, sinabi ko na every after ng assessment. So, next module na yun. Pero, by the way, so papaalala ko lang po na I only select activities for you to answer. So, pinipili ko lang yung mga sasagutan ninyong activity at hindi lahat ng activity na to ay kailangan nyong sagutan. Unless you really want to challenge yourself. Pero, for this week, week 1, ang task ko sa inyo is to answer ito po. So, what I know. So, itong what I know and then itong assessment. Assessment. Ayan. So, kung ayaw nyo ng magsulat nitong mga sagot nyo sa answer sheets, you can answer the offline activity that I will be sending the link into our GC and to our FB page in English. So, yan. Again, isi-send ko yung offline activity link sa GC and sa FB page po natin. Ayan. And then, for the week 1, we have 10 points. Doon sa offline activity, itong assessment, ginawa ko na siyang number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, for the week 1, you have 10 points. Okay? So, para malaman nyo yung pinaka-content nitong itong ating module, so, first is ito po. So, pupunta kayo dun sa what is it? So, makikita nyo dito yung pinaka-content ng module. So, we have here the meaning or the explanation of the following factual text types. We have included here purpose, to recount. The purpose is to recount, to explain, or to persuade. So, to know what's the difference of these 3 factual text types is you're going to read with comprehension these 3. So, to recount, to persuade, and to explain. To recount, the purpose of recount is to recall. So, pag sinabi natin to recall, ito yung binabalikan natin yung mga nangyari na. So, to recall a series of event or experience for the reader's information or enjoyment. Ayan, so halimbawa may classmate ka na gusto mong kwentuhan sa ginawa mo nung kahapon. Ayan, so that is called to recount or to recall. So, in this paragraph, you have noticed that it retells or recalls events or experiences in the past. Okay? So, ulitin ko, ibig sabihin ng recount, ito yung mga nangyari na gusto mong sabihin, ikwentong muli. So, it retells or recalls. Next naman, we have here to persuade. Ano ba ibig sabihin na to persuade? Persuasive text is used to convince the reader to agree with the author about the topic or issue. Ano daw po ulit? So, persuasive text is used to convince. So, kino-convince kayo, kinukumbinsi kayo, kayong mga mambabasa. So, to agree with the author about the topic or issue. So, etong, pag minabasa kayong text na parang gusto kayong paniwalain, di ba? So, that factual text type is to persuade. Usually, this is a non-fiction writing in which the writer uses actual facts to convince the reader to agree with them. So, ito ay mga actual facts, mga katotohanan. Okay? And then, in the second paragraph, the purpose of the text is to convince and entertain you to visit Manila Bay. Ano nga ba tong, itong sinasabing first paragraph? Ano ba yung kanina? Yung mga paragraph. So, dito yan based sa story ng Manila Bay na in-skip na natin. Okay. So, eto naman, we have here to explain. Text types that explains how or why something occurs is an explanation. So, to explain, di ba? Pinapaliwanag niya, nag-explain siya. It begins with the topic, describes events related to the topic in the right order, and explains how the events are related to one another. And may have a conclusion like the third paragraph. Ito, so tingnan natin yung third paragraph. So, ito yung story, no? The title is Manila Bay. So, we have the first paragraph, second paragraph here, and then here's the third paragraph. So, yung third paragraph daw is to explain. Basahin nga natin. At the present time, the Philippine government has a new white beach project in Manila Bay by mainly using dolomite sand. Dolomite is also known as a calcium magnesium carbonate. It is a non-metallic material used in manufacturing bricks, mortar, cement, concrete, plastics, paving materials, and other construction materials. The rock originates in warm, shallow, marine environments and is believed to form when limestone is modified by magnesium-rich groundwater. According to the geologist Hobart King, it has low solubility, which makes it resistant to acid content of rain and soil. So yan, makikita nyo naman na ini-explain niya ano nga ba yung dolomite. Ayan. So, itong dolomite na to, ito ay naging trending news to. Doon sa, yung ginagawa na Manila Bay. Kasi, pinaganda yun doon. Tapos, ang ginamit is dolomite sand. Na madaming nagre-react na kesyo, hindi daw siya maganda sa ating environment. Meron namang nagagandahan kasi nga, nilinis na yung Manila Bay. So, kayo, ano yung papanigan nyo doon? Anyway, going back to the topic. Again, so we have here to recount, to persuade, and to explain. So, dito sa story na to na The Manila Bay, itong first paragraph ay daw to recount. So, ito yung example ng to recount. Ito naman yung to persuade. And this one is to explain. Ayan. So, those are the examples. Okay. So, let's go back dun sa activity na pinapagawa ko. Ayan. So, I will explain. So, here's the direction. Read each paragraph below. So, P is to persuade, R is to recount, and then E is to explain. Okay, number 1. We need a break from school. The truth is not just we want this time. We need this time. We are only humans. Something I think our parents may forget sometimes. So, what do you think is the answer? We need a break from school. So, kailangan daw natin ng break sa school. So, the truth is not just we want this time, we need this time. Okay, so ngayon daw, mag-break na tayo sa pag-aaral. Magpahinga naman daw, di ba? We are only humans, tao lang tayo. And something, I think our parents may forget sometimes. Okay, naniniwala ba kayo na ganun? So, etong statement na to, etong paragraph na to, ano yung feeling nyo dyan, di ba? So, kayo ay pinapaniwala, di ba? So, gusto mo sumang ay, no nga, kailangan na magpahinga, nakakapagod mag-aral, mag-online, and etc. So, the answer here is to persuade. Okay, so number 1 is to persuade. And then number 2, rain is the primary source of fresh water from most areas of the world, providing suitable conditions for diverse ecosystems as well as water for hydroelectric power plants and crop irrigation. Ayan. So, tungkol saan ba tong binasa natin sa number 2? So, rain is a primary source, blah, blah, blah. Ayan. So, therefore, nag-explain siya, di ba? So, ina-explain niya yung about dun sa rain, kung anong kahalagahan niya sa ating ecosystem, sa ating hydroelectric power plants, and etc. Ayan. So, the answer in number 2 is to explain. Okay. So, na-explain siya. Number 3. Yesterday, I went to the zoo. I went with my mom and dad. When we got there, we went to the shop to buy some food for the animals. After getting the food, we went to the giraffe house. Okay, so what can you say in this statement? Or this paragraph tells something or it retells, di ba? Nagkwento siya. Kahapon pumunta kami sa zoo. Tapos kasama ko yung mommy and daddy ko. And pagdating namin doon, pumunta kami sa may shop. Doon sa bilihan ng mga pagkain ng mga hayop. And then, nung nakuha na kami ng pagkain, pumunta na kami sa bahay ng mga giraffes. O, diba? Nagkikwento siya. So, ano nga ba yung kapag nagre-recall ka? O nagkikwento ka? That is to recount. Ayan. So, ikaw ay nagre-recount or nagre-recall. Next, number 4. A tsunami is a large ocean have usually caused by an underwater earthquake or volcanic explosion. Tsunamis are not tidal waves. Tidal waves are caused by the forces of the moon, sun, and planets upon the tides as well as the wind as it moves over the water. So this paragraph tells about tungkol saan po? Sa tsunami. So, nag-explain siya about tsunami. So, the answer is to explain. Letter E, explain. And then here, we have your number 5. Motor vehicle crashes are the number 1 cause of death for public. It's time for a change. Ayan. So, naniniwala ba kayo na yung mga motorsiklo daw natin, isa sa mga number 1 causes of death, diba? So, this paragraph or this statement tells about to what? Diba? Pinapaniwala niya kayo na kailangan baguhin na natin, diba? Siguro gawin ng 3 gulong yung motor de joke. So, ayan. So, in this number 5, so makikita nyo na the writer is trying to persuade you. So, letter P. The purpose is to persuade. Ito nagkamali lang na persuade dapat yan. Okay, so the purpose is to persuade. Letter P. Ayan. So, na-explain ko na kung paano nyo maintindihan o sasagutan itong what I know. So, ang challenge ko sa inyo is to answer by yourself itong assessment. Ayan. So, ganun din yun. Kaya lang, ayan. So, you're going to choose the letter. Pero doon sa offline activity, continuous lang din siya ng 1 to 5. So, hanggang 10 items lang siya. So, ganun pa rin to recount, to explain, or to persuade. So, this is the end of our virtual tutorial. Hope you learned something. Goodbye!